In the heart of Maplewood, a quaint town nestled between rolling hills and vibrant autumn foliage, Officer Ethan Morales had established a routine. Every Tuesday and Thursday, he patrolled the local grocery store, ensuring the safety of its aisles and the comfort of its patrons. At 33, Ethan had grown accustomed to predictable nature of his job, but today felt different as he strolled past a cereal aisle. He noticed a small girl, no older than 5, with tousled blonde hair and a faded pink dress. She clutched a worn teddy bear tightly against her chest, standing beside a tall man with dark hair and tattoos snaking down his arms. Ethan almost walked past them, but then he caught sight of her hand. The little girl was making a subtle gesture, her palm facing out, thumb tucked in, fingers folded down and then open again. It was a silent cry for help, a signal he had learned in child safety briefings. His heart raced as he observed her wide, fearful eyes. The man, oblivious of the tension, continued to scan the cereal boxes with an impassive expression. Ethan pretended to check his phone, but his instinct screamed at him to act. The girl, whom he later learned was named Lily, glanced around nervously, her eyes darting as if searching for someone to rescue her. "Come on, Lily," the man said, his voice deceptively calm. But the way Lily flinched at his touch sent alarm bells ringing in Ethan's mind. He followed them to the checkout line, positioning himself to observe without drawing attention. The cashier smiled at Lily, complimenting her teddy bear, and for a fleeting moment, a spark of joy lit up the girl's face. But as soon as the man placed his hand on her back, her smile vanished. Ethan's gut twisted. He had a choice to make: trust his instincts or dismiss them as paranoia. As they exited the store, he made a split-second decision that would alter the course of the day. He couldn't let them slip away into the parking lot. The sun blazed overhead as Ethan followed them outside, his radio crackling softly on his shoulder. The man led Lily toward a battered blue sedan parked at the far end of the lot. Ethan's mind raced back to why he had become a police officer in the first place. 8 years ago, he had been a store clerk, witnessing an elderly man get robbed. He had chased a thief, returned the wallet, and received a heartfelt thank you that had ignited his passion for justice. But now, as he watched the man open the passenger door for Lily, doubt crept in. Was he overreacting? The man's voice was calm, but Lily's hesitation spoke volumes. She looked back at the store, her eyes pleading for help. "Lily, get in the car now," the man commanded, and she complied, climbing into the seat while clutching her teddy bear. Ethan's heart sank. He had to act. "Dispatch! This is Officer Morales," he said, his voice steady despite the adrenaline coursing through him. "I'm following a potential child welfare situation. Requesting backup." As the blue sedan pulled away, Ethan kept a safe distance, his heart pounding. He had no concrete evidence, just a gut feeling that something was terribly wrong. The car turned onto Maple Avenue, heading toward a rundown apartment complex known as Sunset Manor that Ethan's instincts kicked into high gear. He couldn't let them disappear. He needed to gather evidence to ensure Lily's safety. He parked a patrol car and approached the building, his mind racing with possibilities. "Unit 47, respond," his radio crackled. "Dispatch, I'm at Sunset Manor. The subjects have entered the building, requesting permission to conduct a welfare check. Unit 47, return to base immediately for debriefing." "That's an order." Ethan's frustration boiled over. He couldn't just walk away. He had seen the signs, felt the urgency. He took a deep breath and made a decision. He would gather information, even if it meant bending the rules. He knocked on the door of apartment 2B, the same unit where Lily had been taken. A man answered, his demeanor cautious. "Can I help you?" "Sir, I'm Officer Morales with the Metro Police. We're conducting routine wellness checks in the area. Is everything okay in here?" The man, who introduced himself as Dante, seemed nervous but polite. "Everything's fine. Just watching over my friend's daughter." "Is she here?" Ethan asked, his heart racing. "She's taking a nap," Dante replied, his eyes darting. Ethan's instincts flared. "Can I see her?" Dante hesitated, and Ethan could sense the tension in the air. "She's fine. Just sleeping." "Sir, I need to see her," Ethan insisted, his voice firm. Finally, Dante relented, opening the door wider. Lily emerged, clutching her teddy bear, her eyes wide with uncertainty. "Lily, are you okay?" Ethan asked gently, crouching down to her level. She nodded, but her expression spoke volumes. "Do you remember me?" he asked, recalling the moment in the grocery store. "Yes," she whispered, her voice barely audible. Ethan turned to Dante. "I need to know if she's safe. Has she been to school? Seen a doctor?" Dante shifted uncomfortably. "She's fine, just a little shy." But Ethan could see the truth in Lily's eyes. She needed help today as the conversation unfolded. Ethan learned that Tasha, Lily's mother, had left her in Dante's care while she sought safety from an abusive partner. The weight of the situation settled heavily on Ethan's shoulders. Lily's sweetheart, Vanessa, a social worker who had joined them, said gently, "We're here to help you and your mommy. Can you tell us where she is?" Lily's eyes filled with tears. Mommy went away. Ethan's heart ached for the little girl. She had been caught in a web of fear and uncertainty, and now it was his responsibility to ensure her safety. Days turned into weeks as Ethan and Vanessa worked tirelessly to reunite Lily with her mother. They navigated the complexities of the system, ensuring that Tasha was safe and that Lily would be cared for. Finally, the day arrived when Tasha was able to return. The reunion was emotional, filled with tears of joy and relief. Lily ran into her mother's arms, and Ethan felt a sense of fulfillment wash over him as he watched the two embrace. He realized that his instincts had been right all along. He had seen the silent signals, the cries for help that others might have missed. Months later, as autumn turned to winter, Ethan found himself patrolling the same streets, a sense of purpose guiding him. He had made a difference in Lily's life, and in doing so, he had rediscovered his own passion for protecting those who couldn't protect themselves. One chilly afternoon, he spotted a little girl standing by the school fence, her expression eerily familiar. She was making small gestures with her hand, a silent signal for help. Ethan's heart raced as he approached her, crouching down to her level. "Hi there, I'm Officer Morales. I noticed you were waiting here by yourself. Is everything okay?" The girl looked up, her eyes wide with fear. "I was hoping someone would see me." Ethan smiled reassuringly. "Well, I see you now, and we're going to make sure you're safe." As he called for backup, he felt a renewed sense of purpose. Every child deserved to be seen, to be heard, to be protected. And sometimes all it took was one person willing to pay attention to make a difference. In the distance, a yellow school bus pulled away, and Ethan caught a glimpse of a familiar face. Lily Monroe, safe and loved, carried her teddy bear and stories of her day in her heart. Ethan knew that his journey was far from over. There would always be silent signals, cries for help waiting to be heard, and he would be there, ready to respond.